Hey, what's up guys? This is Yamiga back with a new Minecraft Dungeons video. This week the new Howling Peaks DLC got released, which means we can get our hands on some awesome new unique weapons and armor. Today I will be showcasing one of them, the Gilded Glory. In this video I will show you where to get it, and of course, if you have already found it, give you enchantment advice to make it as good as possible for your build. So guys, let's get right to it. The Gilded Glory. This is such a beautiful new piece of armor which you can get your hands on exclusively on the Howling Peaks DLC. So what you're gonna do in order to farm for this bad boy is go to a level and search for the Emerald Gear family, drop in the loot table. So you can find it on both the Colossal Rampart and also the Gale Sanctum. Be noted that the Emerald Gear has two unique variants, so that means you will have a 50% chance of finding the Gilded Glory and a 50% chance of finding the Opulent Armor, which is the other unique variant. So the Emerald Gear itself, the common and rare variant, has a built-in chance to spawn emeralds when exploring. The second built-in enchantment is in my opinion a pretty strong one, plus 25% melee attack speed. The Gilded Glory though is a lot more glorious because this one can also spend emeralds to cheat death, which is pretty much the new enchantment called Death Barter. With Death Barter, the first set amount of emeralds collected are stored and then spent to save the player from death. And on the tier 1 this actually costs 150 emeralds, and that's the one that is built in on the Gilded Glory. Later in this video I will showcase the Death Barter enchantment with some Gilded Glory gameplay, but right now let's have a look at the other interesting enchantments for this piece of armor. At first, the Gilded Glory did remind me a little bit of the Spider Armor because this one also has a built-in plus 25% attack speed. However, the 6% lifesteal aura is in my opinion a little bit stronger, but the can spend emeralds to cheat death enchantment could also be super interesting in certain situations. I think the Gilded Glory would be built best with a high risk, high reward set of enchantments, because it already has a pretty awesome attack speed and will in a certain situation save you from dying. So first off, what I would really love to get my hands on this piece of armor would be a Cowardice enchantment. While you're at full HP, you will deal increased range and melee damage. At the maximum tier, this will be a plus 40% increase. So in my opinion, that will increase your damage output big time if you're on full HP. Actually, because this piece of armor already has a built-in melee attack speed boost, this might actually be quite interesting with a weapon like the Fighter's Bindings. Next up, I definitely suggest you guys also take some survivability enchantments, especially if you're going for some higher Apocalypse Plus play. Chilling will emit a blast every 2 seconds that reduces the movement speed and attack speed of nearby enemies for 1 second. On the tier 3, this minus 60% reduced movement and attack speed can help big time if you're escaping from big packs of mobs or trying to take them down a little bit easier. You'll know that on high Apocalypse, these guys can run super fast and attack very fast, so this will definitely come in handy. Also, a Final Shout enchantment will help you out big time if you've got some pretty long cooldown artifacts. When your health drops below 25%, all your artifacts are used, ignoring the cooldown periods. So let's say you're playing quite risky, but at the same time you already have all your emeralds collected for the Death Barter to pop up. Well, then in my opinion, it would be very interesting to keep playing with a Final Shout because it will allow you to keep dropping below 25% of your HP without actually dying. You will just trigger all your artifacts, so I definitely recommend you to focus on high cooldown artifacts because this really ignores the cooldown period. And you can actually trigger this every 8th second, so if you still have those lives ready, then this would be a very nice enchantment. Snowball is also something that in my opinion is a super underrated enchantment. It fires a snowball at a nearby enemy every few seconds, but it's actually triggering every single second on the maximum tier. So for example, when creepers spawn right back at you, they try to destroy you, well, with the snowball you can pretty much interrupt them and take them down without a problem. Of course, this will also work for some enchanted mobs that can hit you very hard. With the snowball you pretty much prevent that. Extra crowd control can always work, and I think this works great in combination with the chilling enchantment. Talking about high risk, high reward, the frenzied enchantment could also be pretty cool. While you're at less than half HP, your attack speed is increased, so this will actually also contribute towards your berserker build, let's say. Plus 30% melee and ranged attack at tier 3, so that is also very awesome. Of course, if you're not a huge fan of playing it tricky, playing it risky, then you could also just focus on some cooldown reduction to reduce the cooldown time between the uses of your artifacts. In my opinion, this is less interesting, but of course, go with whatever floats your boat. The Gilded Glory, which I have right here, only has a power level of 149, so that means I won't be able to showcase to you guys properly on the maximum apocalypse difficulty. But hey, we do have some pretty cool enchantments on it. On the first slot, we definitely go with Chilling, because this is, in my opinion, an S rank enchantment for higher difficulties. Next up, I'm gonna take the Final Shout, because this will allow me to trigger my artifacts way more often than I can usually use them. Next up, I'm gonna take the Cowardice. Like I said, high risk, high reward, so I think this is already a pretty cool one to showcase. Alright, so let's travel to a apocalypse level right here, the Colossal Rampart. We're gonna put it on 14. This is, in my opinion, also a very nice place to farm for uniques, but that is gonna be for another tutorial. So let's start the mission. Alright, so here we are to investigate the wall, guys. What we're gonna do is first off take some artifacts, which are definitely going to be interesting in combination with this armor. So first off, I'm gonna take the Gong of Weakening, and then as third artifact, I'm gonna take the Ironhide Amulet. So Gong of Weakening, Deathcap Mushroom, Ironhide Amulet. So when I drop below 25% of my HP, all my artifacts will be used, ignoring the cooldown periods. And these actually have pretty long cooldowns. Oh, and last but not least, of course, we also want to get our hands on that Fighter's Bindings. In my opinion, the Resolute Tempest Knife is going to work out pretty nicely as well, but for the sake of this video, I'd like to find the Fighter's Bindings. Where are they? Aha, nice. So this zombie almost managed to take me down, but look at how fast I can actually heal myself with the Fighter's Bindings Radiance. And of course, we keep finding emeralds from time to time when we explore the levels. Addition to this build would be a nice one to have is the Anima Conduit, so you will also be able to heal yourself in the background a little bit more. And now we're just going to use our artifacts, and wow, look at that attack speed. It's pretty insane. So we've got some more evil mobs right here. Let's trigger our artifacts, and oh lord, these have electrified, so definitely have to take care of them as quick as possible. So even if they hit me super hard with the Fighter's Bindings, I will be able to heal myself very quickly back to full HP. And by the way, guys, look at that indicator on the top right of the screen. I'm not really certain why the chicken is also there, but this is a Death Barter. When we're at 150, it will allow us to die without a problem. So right now we're even fighting against mobs with thorns, and it doesn't deal a lot of damage because with the Fighter's Bindings, we can just keep healing ourselves back to the fullest. And wow, look at that. Our artifacts just got automatically activated because of our Final Shout. Once again, Final Shout is saving our ass right here, making us a lot stronger because, of course, we can trigger all those artifacts at the same time. And bam, there we have it. We're currently on 150 stacks, so let's try to die somewhere. There we have it. We just cheated death. Of course, we don't want to stay there because otherwise this will be another death for us. But you can tell that the Death Barter is definitely a pretty cool addition to this piece of armor. And of course, guys, if you want to get your hands on those emeralds a little bit faster, I also recommend you to find a weapon with some Prospector on it. Actually, we do have one right here, a power level 138 growing staff, so let's check it out. Double Prospector and also exploding. I know this is not going to be a fantastic weapon, but at the same time, it will be pretty cool to showcase it. So we're currently on 5 stacks on a Death Barter, so let's just equip all our artifacts and abilities. And look at that, we just keep getting our hands on emeralds, which is pretty cool. Of course, if you're playing with a higher power level weapon like a 169, this will be a lot better. Honestly, this actually also looks pretty cool if you ask me, and wow, we actually got our hands on 43 emeralds just on this fight. So guys, if you want to make the Gilded Glory just a little bit more glorious, go for those Prospector enchantments. Find more Emeralds of Fallen Enemies on tier 3, this is a plus 300%, so yes, great stuff. Alright, so that is pretty much it for this new unique. Now you know where to find it and which enchantments will be great to get your hands on. If you enjoyed watching this video, it would be very much appreciated if you could hit that like button for a second and of course subscribe for more Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons content, because there is so much more coming your way. Oh, and if you have bad luck finding a certain unique for yourself, or if you found one with gold roll enchantments, leave it in the comments down below, and I am also pretty certain that you will love our Discord channel. We have a very active Minecraft community with lobbies for multiplayer, trading, events like giveaways and so much more, so definitely make sure to check it out in the description. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. Right now it is 4 AM out. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.